And welcome to Inside Edition, Caught on Camera. We're starting off with some of the most astonishing and surprising moments from 2019.
Dad? Dad?
David Gracie.
More and more homes have doorbell cameras to see who's stopping by.
Hello?
For Ellie.
But they've also captured way more than just house guests, including this dancing mailman in Texas who rings the bell and then shakes it off.
Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Watch as Gary Shirley drops moves worthy of the Marvelettes.
Oh yeah, please, please.
And this guy stopped by just to show off his rap skills. Before being photobombed by the dog. Woof. Doorbell cams have also caught good deeds. This teen in Sacramento returns a wallet with $1,500 inside that he found in the driveway, making one woman's day. The cameras have captured other sweet moments too. This couple starts their day off with a little bit of romance.
Hey. Just want to say I love you. Have a good day at work.
I love you too. Have a good day.
You look beautiful.
And these two share a hug and a high five on their doorstep. This boy uses the cam to send his dad a special message.
Dad? Dad?
David Gracie.
Dad! I love you.
And then asks him for help with the important stuff.
How do you turn on the kids channel?
How you doing on the kids channel?
Of course, even the best relationships have their moments. And then there are the animals. So many furry friends just dropping by. There's this daring raccoon with moves worthy of Mission Impossible. And this guy is just enjoying a moonlight bath. One camera caught these curious moose just moseying on through. And a dog with a passion for ringing the doorbell with his tongue gets a telling off from his owner.
You were licking it. I saw you.
It's literally raining cats at one house, while at another, it's time to make way for ducklings. Slow and steady, says this turtle. And oh, did we mention bears? In pools, in cars, and scaring felines. There are the goats,
Mom!
and this guy who just won't take no for an answer.
Chill, go. Hey, get out of here. Chill. Yo, leave me alone, bro. Go. Get out of here.
This cat is desperate to get back inside. But not as desperate as this woman is to get away from one.
Fuera! Whoa!
Not to mention those pesky guests who don't even ring the bell at all. Just remember, when you knock on that door, someone may be watching.
Up next, we have the amazing video of the world's chillest man who kept his cool and his beer during a robbery.
He's the guy who became a national sensation as the world's chillest man.
Sometimes you just have to stand up to punks like that.
Tony Tovar just nonchalantly sat there, lighting up his cigarette as his favorite neighborhood bar was robbed.
So this is your bar, this is your home bar, and you weren't going to let anybody push you around in there?
That's absolutely correct.
Tovar looked cool as a cucumber as the other patrons at Bierman's Bar in St. Louis followed the robber's orders and hit the deck.
He puts the barrel of that gun into your rib cage. What's going through your mind?
He was reaching for my phone at the same time, so what was going for my mind is, no, this is not going to happen.
The bar's surveillance video shows the 57-year-old master mechanic grabbing his phone back after the bad guy tries to take it. The surveillance video is silent. Now, Tovar is revealing what words were exchanged during his scary encounter.
He actually asked me, I need the money out of your wallet. I just said, I got $2 in my wallet, and that's for my next beer. I actually told him, hey, since you're back there, get me a beer. He looked at me and says, no, get your own beer.
After taking money from other patrons, the robber forced the bartender to open the cash register. He took all the money, $200 in total. All the while, Tovar just sits there taking it all in. His advice for anyone else who finds themselves in a similar situation: don't do what he did.
If you don't want to get hurt and you're not sure, comply.
The bar is kind of like the bar in the classic TV sitcom Cheers, where everybody knows your name. So what do the other patrons think of their drinking buddy?
I'm proud of him.
Check out how this cashier stays calm under pressure when a customer pulls a gun on him. It happened in Kansas City. Surveillance footage shows a man walk up to the service counter at a Jimmy John's restaurant and start talking to an employee behind the register. Just after the employee punches in the man's order, the man takes out a gun. Shockingly, the cashier is completely unfazed and doesn't even flinch. He takes off his gloves and opens the register as the suspect waves the gun between him and someone standing behind him. The cashier calmly hands the suspect money before returning the drawer to the machine, seemingly completely unaffected by what just happened. The video of the mild man posted by Kansas City police has now been viewed more than 5 million times. One thing's for sure, if there's anyone who can play cool in a rough situation, it's this guy.
There's nothing in the rule book that says a dog can't join a conga line. This family's canine joined an impromptu dance party in the kitchen. Hopefully there were some snacks at the end of it for this good dancer. But one thing's for certain, they were in a hurry.
And now we have some remarkable rescues caught on camera.
Incredible bravery and teamwork to save the life of a man trapped in a burning car after being hit by a wrong-way driver.
Talk about teamwork. Dramatic police footage shows heroes desperately trying to free a man trapped in a burning SUV. The car was hit by a wrong-way driver on New Year's Day and flipped onto its side. The video has just been released. Watch as police officers and a bunch of guys work to push the burning SUV upright as more Good Samaritans rush in to help. Inside is a 71-year-old man. More bystanders run over, and finally, mission accomplished. Police say the elderly man would not have survived without this courageous team effort.
Need some help? It's the heart-stopping video the whole nation is talking about. Good Samaritans leap into raging floodwaters to save a family trapped in an overturned truck.
I need a knife! A sharp knife! Come on!
As more people rush to help, they make this shocking discovery.
We got a baby! Call 911! Baby!
A baby boy, his 2-year-old sister, and their dad are drowning.
Oh my God, it's a baby!
Their truck went into the water as a monster tornado bore down on Myrtle Springs, Texas, outside Dallas on Sunday. The rescuers frantically try to rip open the doors. Suddenly,
Give me the baby! Johnny!
there's the baby boy, and he's not breathing.
Bring me the baby right here!
Moments later, his 2-year-old sister is rescued, still strapped in her car seat. She's not breathing either.
Blow in the mouth!
Here's what happened next. The guy shooting the video, Tom Mitchell, put his cell phone in his pocket and began administering CPR. That's why the video is jumpy.
Come on, baby, come on. Baby. Come on, baby.
A woman is praying alongside him.
In the name of Jesus.
Then just seconds later,
She is breathing. She is breathing. There she goes.
I spoke to Philip and Emily Ogletree, the parents of the 2 kids. What is it like for you guys to watch that video back?
One of those traumatic experiences that I never wish to relive again.
This photo of 2-year-old Addie was taken in the hospital where she's now recovering. Baby brother Marshall was treated and released. What do you say to all of those Good Samaritans who just jumped in that water to help you guys out?
You have no idea how good it feels to know that people were there to help her. That they risked their lives jumping in to save my kids.
We got a baby! Call 911! Baby!
The video of ordinary people joining together to save a family has now gone viral with over 13 million views. They are our new American heroes.
Get the baby in.
Stay tuned for more Inside Edition Caught on Camera.
We're willing to bet that Preston from Clarksville, Tennessee wasn't his wife's favorite after he pulled this stunt with a rubber snake.
Don't! Oh my God, I hope the camera got that. Oh my God, I hope the camera got that. Oh my God, I hope the camera got that.
Oh, it did.
Don't!
Welcome back to Inside Edition Caught on Camera. This wild police pursuit took a bizarre turn when the suspect stole a California Highway Patrol cruiser.
Oh, they're going to carjack this guy. They're going to carjack him. They got a gun. He's got a gun, dude.
A suspect speeds off in a stolen truck at 110 miles an hour. Police are in hot pursuit. The suspect takes the truck off-road. Choppers fly overhead as the truck crashes in the desert. Chase over, right?
Whoa.
Wrong. Watch him scramble through the brush, trying to escape on foot. When he gets to the road where police vehicles are parked, he makes a brazen move.
Actually running towards the officers. I am praying that they did not leave their keys in the vehicle, because this might just be continuing on here. Oh, no. Oh, no.
The suspect is now behind the wheel of a California Highway Patrol cruiser.
And there's another officer that's just clueless. He doesn't even know.
The chase continued for 20 minutes and only came to an end when the suspect found himself cornered.
And that's it. That's it right there.
These people heroically came to the rescue of others in 2020. Home surveillance camera shows a man desperately knocking on his neighbor's door for help. Billy Bass says he was home alone eating steak when he started to choke on a piece.
I had to think quick and I couldn't speak. So my instinct was to go to my neighbors. I was dying. I only had about 30 seconds left.
You're joking? I looked at him when I opened the door. I knew something was wrong and I knew that I had to do something quickly.
His neighbor, Karen Aranda, knew exactly what to do and helped him clear his airway.
Did it come out? Yeah, it came out. Get water, bring water. Or 911. No? I can read that.
Bass was relieved and grateful for his quick-acting neighbor. And Aranda says she even surprised herself.
I can't even do a push-up. So where I got the strength from, I have no idea. You gotta get out the car.
Some people could only watch in horror as an SUV slowly sank into the water in New Jersey. But others jumped in to help. One man beat them to it and was able to pull the driver out through the window.
He's out! He's out! Look at these great heroes.
This is the hero of the night, 29-year-old Anthony Capuano. He's a lifeguard, swim instructor, and he's an amputee. Anthony lost his leg about 12 years ago, but when he was working out at a nearby park and saw the accident happen, he knew he had to help.
This is like a suction type of leg. Yeah. So literally I would just like take it off and then I just pulled it off and I pulled it from my pants and I just swam.
When Anthony swam ashore with the SUV driver, people were waiting there to help him finish the job and to commend him for his bravery.
This dude right here jumped in the water, y'all. Good job, man.
2 young children and their grandmother were rescued from floodwaters by a man who was determined not to let them get swept away.
Once we saw them, I knew I had to approach the situation and help them out.
Mike Wilson and his family were returning from a camping trip when they encountered flooded roads and noticed a car stuck with people inside. Wilson kicked off his flip-flops and waded in, carrying the kids to his pickup truck one at a time, handing them off to his wife. Then he helped walk the grandmother through the strong current to safety. It was risky, but the Wilsons say they couldn't just leave the family there. A dad was trying to keep it together when he and his 4 kids got caught in their car in a flood. But some good Samaritans with a backhoe came to his rescue.
Hold on to that kid. Hold on to the kid. We'll get you out. Don't worry.
The helpers were able to grab one child while the dad got his other kids out of the car and onto the roof. One of the kids couldn't make it on top and hung onto the side of the car for dear life.
Grab me by the wrist.
Just like that, the rescuers were able to pull him onto the backhoe. One by one, each child joined them, and then Dad was safely out of the water. They all rode out of the flood to awaiting first responders in the basket of the backhoe. An unusual rescue vehicle, but an effective one.
Oh my God.
This couple's life together started off on the wrong foot when a wave swept them into the ocean while they were taking their wedding photos. A bystander in Laguna Beach caught the whole thing on video, but stopped recording to call 911 for help. A lifeguard came to the couple's rescue, first getting the groom close enough to shore so he could swim. Then the lifeguard went back for the bride, fighting through rough waves to get her, and then more waves as he tried to swim her to safety. Another lifeguard came to assist, and the couple was eventually reunited thanks to these brave and strong swimmers.
Get out! Jump!
A little girl was rescued after a giant wave pushed her into the ocean. The terrifying scene happened in Devon on the southeastern shore of England. Authorities say 4 children were playing on the pier during high tide when a wave knocked a girl off her feet and swept her between the railings and into the sea. As the waves pushed the little girl further into danger, one brave adult rushed into the water to rescue her. Another bystander ran to get a life buoy. According to officials, the child and her rescuers are doing well.
2 Good Samaritans ran toward this flaming pickup truck as the driver tried to escape the wreck on a Florida highway. One of the men said he noticed many people witness the dangerous situation, but not many of them were trying to help.
I looked to the left and I looked to the right and I saw 20 people with their cell phones out, not doing nothing, and I said, it's on me.
The driver was able to get most of his body out of the window when these 2 heroes ran to his aid to help him the rest of the way out, preventing a possible tragic outcome. A driver was shocked to see a car in flames on the side of a Massachusetts highway and knew he had to help. Harold Greer pulled over and his dash cam recorded the whole thing. When he arrived, another man was already pulling one person out of the burning car.
I asked him if they needed any more help, and he asked me to call 911. That's why I ran back to my Jeep.
Then more people came to help, pulling a second person out of the car. Greer says it's a good thing people stopped to help because the driver of the car was so badly injured, he wouldn't have made it out of the crash on his own.
Everybody just keeps driving by. I mean, he could have lost his life that day, burning alive in a car.
The dash cam also caught this touching moment of the injured driver thanking his rescuer. Hey! This bus driver doesn't have road rage. She's trying to stop a child from getting hit by a car. Cecilia Nation Gardner is a driver with the Milwaukee County Transit System, and she was in the right place when a 6-year-old boy needed help. Officials say he wandered away from school in the middle of the day and right into a busy intersection. Cecilia risked her own safety, running into traffic to try to help the child.
We're gonna call the police, okay? So we can get you home. Have a seat right here.
She was able to take him by the hand and bring him on board the bus, where she called for backup.
I have a little boy here. Can y'all send the police over here before he got to get hit by a car?
Police were able to reunite the boy with his family, and he wasn't harmed thanks to Cecilia's intervention. She's just the latest Milwaukee bus driver to come to the rescue. Bus cameras have captured numerous MCTS drivers saving lost children all over the city. One driver even helped a blind man cross the street. Their heroic actions show their jobs and compassion extend beyond their buses. They're part of the community.
Hey! He's going, gone. Over the edge of a parking deck. Luckily, you can see moments later the driver survived, but police in Pomona, California say he led them on a 2-hour slow chase before it all ended here. About an hour into the 20 to 30 mile an hour adventure, the SUV allegedly cut off another vehicle's route and rammed it multiple times. Police say he ended up in a cul-de-sac and somehow found his way to this elevated parking lot of an area business, soon flipping over a fence onto the street below. He was allegedly seen running red lights, stop signs, and making random U-turns. It's unclear what started the pursuit, but you can see once the driver's down on the ground, he voluntarily surrenders. He was taken to a hospital and is in custody, but police have not yet said what he's charged with.
It's the terrifying moment a hoverboard catches fire inside a house. As the children run for their lives, the hoverboard explodes. Batteries fly in all directions. So, quick-thinking mom grabs oven mitts to put out the flames. The doorbell camera shows their daughter making sure their dog Banjo was safely outside. Tamalisa Minor says the hoverboard was charging overnight when it started smoking.
I saw this white electrical smoke just billowing out, and I knew we had a problem. Sheer panic. I mean, just panic. You don't ever think that's going to happen to you.
Her husband Craig was upstairs sleeping when the fire broke out.
He came down the stairs and nonchalantly went straight to the fire extinguisher, got it out. He knew where it was. He knew how to pull the pin and put the fire out.
They say watching how close their son Anthony came to being burned was the scariest part.
Very easily could have injured him pretty seriously, so it was pretty shocking.
This family isn't the first to have a close call with a hoverboard. Since 2015, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has investigated more than 250 hoverboards catching fire or overheating.
It's on fire!
This guy says his hoverboard went up in flames while he was riding it. Now this.
We are so lucky to still have a roof over our head. We are so lucky to be alive.
Thanks for watching, and stay right here for more Inside Edition streaming.
Powerful stories that change the way you think. Impactful investigations that change the way you see.
How many times has your car been stolen?
5 times.
Yeah. What? Do you think that you're a responsible owner of tigers?
I damn sure do.
Heartwarming moments that change the way you feel.
I feel amazing.
Now available in a place that changes the way you watch TV. Inside Edition, streaming.